Actually?
Expecting me to clean up after my pet makes you entitled. Man, I am still trying to process an exchange I had this morning. I was sitting on my balcony having breakfast, and there was this woman I've never spoken to walking her dog. We don't know her, but my roommate and I see her down there pretty much every day. She's around our age, I would guess, so either in her 30s like us or maybe in her 40s. We've never exchanged so much as a hello up to this point. Now, I really like my apartment complex. It's cute and pleasant to walk around, and the only thing that really sucks is when people don't clean up after their dogs. It's so freaking gross, and I hate when people don't do it. You're a grown-up who made a choice to have a pet. That comes with responsibilities that you have to keep up with. Most people around here do clean up after their dogs that I've seen, so we know it's just a few rotten eggs. If I see people who don't look like they're doing it, I call them out, which I know comes with risks, but come on, people. The response is sometimes defensive, sometimes a bit of twisting the truth like, oh, I was just going to. But they all know that they should be doing it. Anyway, this woman has her dog right by our balcony, and my friend and I were just chatting until I noticed the woman walking away without cleaning it up. So I said, in a tone more polite than the situation probably merited, "Excuse me, are you going to clean up after your dog?" And she says in this snotty voice, "No, I'm good, thanks." I immediately burst out laughing, though not the good-humored kind, because I couldn't believe the audacity. I said, "Wow, that's really pathetic," which apparently is more than she'd expected me to do, because she came marching back. I have to imagine most people don't call this woman out. For her to have that kind of immediate vitriol makes me think she's kind of spoiled just in general and was angry I'd embarrassed her. But she clearly knew I was right because she had to come back and double down. So she comes running at us with this kindergarten logic and goes, "I'm not the only one who doesn't clean up after my dog. Lots of people don't clean up after their dogs." And I was like, so? How does that absolve you of adding to the problem? She keeps going on about how other people do it too, so I said, "Cool. Then give me their names. Let's have a list because I don't see any of them right now." And she's like, "Open your eyes and figure it out for yourself." I was like, "That's what I'm doing right now." She keeps shouting that she doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to, and she doesn't care what I think. So I was like, holy crap, I have never met such an entitled person. It's insane to me that you're getting this angry over someone expecting basic decency out of you. And she says, "No, you're entitled." I burst out laughing again and said, "I clean up after my animals. Me telling you I don't appreciate you leaving messes on our shared property doesn't make me entitled. You're a grown-ass woman who knew what responsibilities she'd have when she got a pet. There are tons of other people who don't want to see your dog's crap. You're not the main character." At this point, I feel like this woman has never been confronted beyond her first snarky response, and I have a bubbly and friendly tone normally, so she probably had expected to have scared me or shocked me into silence with that callous initial reaction. Because she is practically melting down, trying to upset me while my friend and I laughed. She gave me a snarky "have a nice day," and I wished her the same in an equal tone. Then she waddled off. And no, that's not me calling her fat. She was actually really fit, she just walks in a very exaggerated, cartoonish way like Jessica Rabbit or some crap. I thought she was doing it to be snarky, but my friend said she just always walks like that. We took a short video of her. Sadly not of the incident itself as we had to go grab our phones, and I plan to take it to the front office just to let them know. It's only step one. I doubt anything will be done with just this. But this has been driving me crazy, and I'm ready to start holding rude people accountable. Fortunately, I can use the corporate offices if the people here don't start to put pressure on people who are blatantly breaking their lease. It's right in there that you have to clean up after your animals. I'm not trying to get anyone evicted, but I'm hoping she at least feels the pressure to act like a grown-up and take care of her pets. Like, I wouldn't cry if she got a fine or something. Seriously though, it's painful to me that people like this even exist. She was so confident that she was somehow in the right that she didn't even try to lie about it. Like, woman, you aren't 12. The other people do it argument isn't gonna hold up in court, LMAO. Edit. Sorry I haven't answered all of the comments yet, but things got worse. Here's a post on that, and I'll try to reply more soon. Update. Update on dog poop girl. It got worse. So yesterday I posted about having a nasty encounter with a neighbor of mine who is apparently too good to pick up after her dog. She made sure to let me know that I was the entitled one for not wanting dog poop all over the property. And she made sure to toss in some classist remarks expecting maintenance people to clean it up. Someone suggested in the comments that she might be the pathetic sort to come back and intentionally try to provoke us. I thought for sure she wouldn't be that dumb. Turns out I was the fool for giving her that much credit. But it's a good thing she did, because I got a great video of her. I'm not gonna upload it for a number of reasons, but I might if she tries to do it to me. It played out in Entitled Loser 101. To a degree that it almost felt unreal. I can't believe people like this truly exist. She came by, intentionally brought her dog right beneath our balcony this time and waited. I was like, cool, let's record. So we sit there, she waits for her dog to poop. Then she starts to walk away, of course. Proof. Thank you. However, as she walked away, she saw that I was recording and turned back. She started shrieking. Oh my God, are you trying to record me? You know that's illegal, right? I said, yes, I am. It's not illegal. You're in a public space. She starts yelling at me to mind my own business and that none of this concerns me. I told her that it did concern me because I live here too, and I don't want a poop-covered apartment complex. Nor do any of the other residents, I would imagine. She told me I didn't own the complex, like that makes it okay. Do you, ma'am? We had a back and forth, and she started recording me back, telling me threatening things like, thanks for exposing yourself, implying that she's gonna dox me and put it online. Hopefully nothing comes of that just because I want my privacy, but I haven't done anything wrong, so I'm not worried about it otherwise. When that didn't upset me, as she'd clearly intended, she started trying to insult me, and it was hilarious. This is probably because of your weight. XD my best friend, and I burst out laughing. She called me a fat b*********. So I started recording again to catch anything else she might say. She told me she was reporting me, and I told her to please do it so they'd know who she was when I report her. It was freaking bonkers. This woman is a nightmare. I'm actually worried this is going to escalate into something even worse. But I guess we'll see. So the second she left, we took the video down to the front office. I showed it to one of the landlords, who was appalled. I mentioned the day before and how that had gone down, and I verified that she was indeed breaking her lease. Also, the landlord thanked me for policing people who just leave dog poop behind. She said they've been trying to get people to take responsibility, and it's turning into a real issue. After that, she gave me her email and asked me to send her the videos. I did so, and now we'll see how it unfolds. I also told her that the woman threatened to report me, so she may actually call in herself and unintentionally turn herself in. I also mentioned worrying about potential retaliation so that it's just out there. If she calls the cops, I fortunately have the video so she won't be able to make up anything about me harassing her or something. I've been told to not engage with her if she comes back again, but to just contact the office and tell them she's here. I really don't know what to expect. I just wanted to enjoy a nice morning on my balcony. I'm seriously blown away. All this because someone asked you to pick up your dog's poop? What is this world coming to? Story 2. Entitled brother informed me that he would be taking my dog for 3 days without my permission. For those of you who aren't familiar with my stories, I, 31F, have a man-child entitled brother, 26M, who lives in the house I co-own with my mom. My mom has told him he has until May 31st to move out. I've been anxiously waiting for him to leave, doing my best to bide my time, but I have finally reached the end of my rope, and for something that I'm not sure is the straw or the log that broke the camel's back. Last night, while I was in bed, Entitled Bro informed me he would be taking my dog, Spot, for 3 days on some fishing trip. I told him there's no way he could do that. He said he wasn't asking, he was telling me. He said he's my dog too, and that he is entitled to take him whenever he pleases. Here's the thing though. 9 years ago, Entitled Brother demanded a dog. I begged my mom not to. He had one previously, but he neglected it, and my mom ended up rehoming it, for which he never let her hear the end of. But of course she caved, and the same problem persisted. Entitled Bro never cared for Spot. I ended up taking over his care, paid for his vet bills, fed him, took him to get groomed, etc. Things came to a head when we had to move in with family members and they said we were not allowed to bring a dog. Entitled Bro didn't do anything to find Spot a new home. It was my problem. I found him a foster home, where I visited him every day after my college classes ended, and was able to get him back 2 years later when we finally had a place to live again. Additionally, when I moved out of my house for a year, Spot went with me. Spot sleeps with me every night and has my name on all of his records. He's now 10 and has arthritis. He takes meds for his hips and his stomach and needs frequent bathroom breaks. Oh, and he hates the water. So when little bro said he wasn't asking me, he was telling me, I knew that Spot would be miserable and possibly in pain that whole trip. He hadn't asked or even mentioned taking Spot before, so he is due for a refill on his pills tomorrow. Had I known, I would have gotten the refill sooner. I tried telling him Spot needs a lot of care and he said, yeah, so just give me everything he needs. And I was so irritated. You wait until the night before to tell me this? Then he said something that made my blood run cold. I could have just taken him and let you panic, but I was being nice telling you ahead of time. That did it. I don't know why, but every alarm bell went off in my head. I grabbed my purse, put on my slippers, and told Spot to get in the car. I drove to my fiancé's house and slept here last night. I was going to move in to fiancé's house this summer, but now I'm asking myself why the hell I'm waiting? Everyone on Reddit keeps asking me why I stay home, and right now I can't remember any of the reasons I had before. I'm done. My mom is staying out of it right now, and I'm glad because I genuinely don't care what she has to say. I know she doesn't want me to go, but I just can't take Entitled Bro's little power trips. He can do whatever he wants to the house. Punching holes in the walls, kicking the appliances, calling the house a dump, but I draw the line at him taking my dog without my permission. That's my baby, and I'm not going to just stand by while he does whatever he wants with my pet when I explicitly told him, no. Something that he rarely hears. P.S. I occasionally have asked Bro to let Spot out for bathroom breaks, since he doesn't work until the afternoon and his response is always he's too busy to do that. He has given me no reason to trust him to care for my dog for even a few hours, let alone 3 days on a fishing trip. Edit. Brother does not know where fiancé lives, and even if he did, fiancé's 2 huge German shepherds would devour him. Story 3. If you continue to put carts in a rack that is overly full, not only are you extremely entitled, but you are an extremely dangerous person. As the weather has been getting nicer, the store that I work at has gotten busier. As you can imagine, things can get pretty crazy out on the lot, even with more than one person out there. However, for the past couple of days, I have been absolutely shocked and appalled at the number of customers who continue to put their carts in racks that are overly full. When the customers do this, the carts will be spilling out into the lot. I don't think I need to tell you that that's an accident just waiting to happen. These customers likely know this and yet do it anyway. In the words of the mysterious Mr. Enter, what I'm doing is wrong, and I know it's wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. As such, this isn't your average everyday entitlement. This is actually crossing the line into dangerous. Not to mention, it puts more work and stress on the lot attendants. Customers, our job is hard enough without you making it harder. If I were the manager of the store, I would give my lot attendants full power to issue lifelong bans to any customers who practice this. These customers are dangers to the people of this store, and they are entitled as fuck. By losing their business, nothing of value will be lost. And I know I'm probably going to get comments telling me that I shouldn't be complaining because this is job security for me. Well, keep in mind that homicide detectives exist, but that doesn't justify murder. Update. Hello friends. Earlier today I made this post. Basically, the gist of it was me criticizing customers who continue to put carts in racks that are already full, resulting in them spilling out into the lot and making things dangerous. Quite a few people were not happy with this opinion and called me out on it. And I said some things that seemed to imply that I expected customers to do my job for me. Although that wasn't what I was trying to say, I realized that that's how it may have come off as. I do maintain that customers should not put carts in a rack that is overly full, but I do realize that it is my job to make sure that it doesn't get to that point. In my defense, it does get extremely busy during warm weather since people are seeking to do outdoor activities. Me and my fellow lot attendants do what we can, but there aren't many of us on shift at a time, and that's a pretty tall order. Plus, we are occasionally asked to do loads, and you gotta factor in our breaks. And don't even get me started on shifts where there is only one attendant on shift. My post may have made it seem like I hate my job. I actually don't, and I quite like it. However, there are issues with it, and the high stress levels are one of them. I guess that this rage comes from a pretty rough time. The weather has been extremely nice lately where I live, and that has resulted in it being quite busy. This has caused quite a bit of stress for me, and it's resulting in me taking it out on the good people of this sub. One of my comment response was, "The customers can go fuck themselves." That was an unacceptable thing to say about the people who make my paycheck, and I apologize for it. I think I am suffering from burnout. I think an extended vacation is what I need. Me and my family are planning a trip to Disney World in the near future, and that might be exactly what I need to regain my spirits and enthusiasm for a job that I do genuinely enjoy. To the customers of this sub, I apologize for my harsh words against you. Overfilling cart racks is frustrating, but I now understand that you aren't actively trying to make the lot attendant's job harder. I was off work yesterday and today, and I don't work super long shifts for the rest of the week. Hopefully, this rest will allow me to continue to be the best lot attendant I can be. Thank you.